Hi guys, welcome back to a page in the chapter, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Paige and it is time for another weekly reading vlog. It is a Monday morning. I do kind of have a Monday morning feeling. I've got a mint tea, but I think I will be needing a caffeinated drink at some point, but I'm trying to not start my mornings off with like the first thing I do is have a caffeinated drink. I plan on reading Done and Dusted this week. I don't anticipate this taking me too long. It's quite a short book. It's a cowboy romance. Like, I do not think this will take very long. And then I don't know what I'll read next. We will work it out together. Yes, I do have to go to work, so this is a very short intro, very short like little welcome to the video. If you do like reading vlogs, then please feel free to subscribe and stick around. I vlog my reading every single week, so there's plenty of that content. And yes, this week it's cowboy romance, and then I'm kind of in the mood for a fantasy, so I think we'll switch gears to a fantasy after I've read Done and Dusted. But yeah, welcome to the video. I have got to go start work now, but I'll see you later. Hi guys, it is 6:30. I have actually had a really lovely day. Actually, like, I just really enjoyed work today. Finished work and went to the gym. I wasn't vlogging last week, so I couldn't tell you guys this, but I did shout it from the rooftops to everybody that I know, and I'm going to tell you about it now. It may have taken 4 months, which is maybe slightly pathetic, but last week I left the house by myself for the first time. I went to the gym by myself, and that meant like leaving the house by myself. It's such a small thing, but it was a really big deal to me and a really big step for me in terms of like feeling comfortable in this new location and settling into my new life and having like some independence. And I went by myself again this evening just as like a new norm. I also booked myself in for my first nail appointment. That will mean getting an Uber and going to a new nail shop and making the awkward small talk, and I had to actually like book it with them. I couldn't do an online booking form. I had to actually like message them to book an appointment. It was very scary. I spaced it out over a series of days to deal with the scaries, but I did it and I am making progress, and I am starting to actually have a life here that isn't just work and booktube. I know that these are such small things, but they're a really big deal to me, and I'm really like impressed with myself for doing them. I've read 28 pages of Done and Dusted today. I didn't really get much read on my lunch break because I was doing laundry and we had some like home deliveries arrive, so I was like sorting them out and just like general tidying up so that my new stuff would be able to like not even fun stuff. I got like a new like dish rack for the draining board, so I had to make sure the old one was like empty to put this one up, like that kind of home cleaning. So I didn't really read much of Done and Dusted, but now that I am back from the gym and feeling really good, I'm gonna sit and read this for a little bit and hopefully make some progress. This is a brother's best friend, small town cowboy romance, kind of enemies to lovers, except our main character, like the male character, is very attracted to, I wish I knew names, Emmy. Our male main character is very attracted to Emmy, but Emmy doesn't really like, I want to say Luke. It is Luke. Oh my god, I got it right. I don't know why I'm so bad with names. I can remember what my picture of his face is. I just couldn't remember his name. So yeah, Emmy's not so keen on Luke. Luke is weirdly territorial over Emmy, but he's also confused why he's so suddenly attracted to her. It's insta lusting, but to be honest, this is just kind of fun. Like, from what I've read so far, it's not like the most excellent literature, but it seems like it's going to be a really good time, and I'm really excited to get further into it. So I'm going to sit and do that now. I'll let you know when it gets really fun. I am now 200 pages in to Done and Dusted. Do I think this book is anything particularly special? No. Do I think that the standard of writing is anywhere close to like the Chestnut Spring series? No. However, is this just a really fun book? Yes. I am having a great time. This has been a wonderful way to spend an evening. I really like the brother's best friend trope. I think it's really fun when it's done well anyway, because I have read examples where the brother just doesn't really care. Very easy to like put this trope in and then not actually explore it. So far it seems like this is going to be explored, but we'll see how everything goes down when people start to find out about Luke and Emmy being together. This is a very fast-paced book, so do you kind of feel like we've moved through the relationship stages quite quickly, which is not a good thing for me personally. It's not really what I like in my romances, but if you want like a really fast-paced, easy romance that's just good solid fun, then Done and Dusted is it. Like, not every book needs to be a masterpiece. Sometimes you just want fun, and I would genuinely so far recommend this for that. I'm having a really good time with it, and I think it's like done what it's set out to do. It is a really fun, easy to read cowboy romance with a brother's best friend trope. So I am having a wonderful time. I do want to stop vlogging for the evening though, and also stop reading. I do feel a bit like read it out, but I will be back again with you guys in the morning so we can get done and dusted finished tomorrow. Hey guys, it is now Wednesday evening. I did not vlog at all yesterday, but that was because I was having such a busy day and evening that I didn't even get anything read of my book at all, so you haven't missed anything. And then today was also just like, it felt really busy. I have a killer headache right now, but I am on page 252 of Done and Dusted. I'm not enjoying it and I really want to move on, but that is because A, I'm tired, B, my head is pounding, and C, I have left the cowboy mood and I'm on a fantasy kick again. All I want is to finish this book so I can pick up a fantasy. Yeah, I'm really hoping to get this finished tonight. I have about 100 pages left, if that. I'm kind of just waiting for everything to blow up in Emmy's face right now, which is kind of a horrible thing to say, but it feels like Emmy is kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. It feels like Emmy has done some things that are just going to catch up to her at some point, and I'm waiting for that to happen. This book is very steamy, not in a good way, not in a bad way. I don't have any particular thoughts on the steaminess of this book right now. I do feel like I've lost interest in the spicy scenes a little bit, but yeah, I just kind of want to see where the story is going to go plot wise now. I feel like we've had a lot of romance, like Emmy and Luke are together right now, and I'm interested to see plot wise what is going to happen next, and is it going to be something interesting that's going to grab me. I'm going to go sit down and continue reading and we will see what happens in this book. Okay, I finished it and that was actually really cute. I don't know, I was kind of just feeling like tired from my day and like my head was pounding, which is like eased up now, which is weird because I haven't taken any pain meds, but I made an effort to like make my environment cozier and not just make it feel like I was rushing to the end of this book, and I really enjoyed it. I thought the reactions from family were apt for a brother's best friend romance. Like, this really did the brother's best friend trope well. I've read so many books lately where it's a brother's best friend but the brother really hasn't cared, and so it was kind of nice to see that play out in this book, and I really enjoyed the epilogue. I will be continuing with the rest of this series just because it was a fun small town cowboy romance and I would happily have more of those in my life. I think it's funny that literally over a year ago now I made a video where I read small town romances for the first time and I titled it Small Town Romances Have Ruined My Life. I did not have a particularly good time in that video, but some of those series have ended up being like my favorite series, and now small town romances are just one of my favorite like subgenres of romance, and I think it's interesting how my taste has changed. Yeah, I just think it's interesting that I thought small town romances were ruining my life and they put me in a massive slump, and I said I really like just didn't think they were for me, and now I will take all of the small town recs, please. So happy to have another series option on my shelves. If you want something really fun, light-hearted and spicy, then this is for you. I will probably be giving it 3.5 stars. I'm not quite sure if it was a 4-star book, but it was around that mark. And is it dinner time yet? Because I'm starving. It is dinner time. I'm gonna cook and then I'm going to start A Feather So Black because I really I'm so in the mood for a fantasy-based book, and I kind of want to read Only a Monster by Vanessa Lett, but I think we should probably read something on my TBR, and I have A Feather So Black on my April TBR as a fantasy option. So we're going to start that, we're going to see how that goes, and I will see you when I pick it up. So this has literally never happened to me before, but I have a firm ship, and I ship her with a character that we haven't even met yet. The blurb mentions that she's like drawn to someone at some point, and I already ship her with him over the guy that we have met, because the guy that we have met, her like childhood best friend who is already betrothed to the princess that they're trying to save. I don't like him. I mean, he's blonde for starters, so I think he's going to turn out to be evil. And also the way he acts is kind of evil. He is stringing our girl along, and I don't back that. But this was an excellent choice. I am enjoying this so much already. I have been looking forward to my lunch break to getting some of this read. It's such a toss-up between whether I'm going to read or watch maths though, because I could watch maths after work and have like a nice evening of maths. So I think I'm going to read on my lunch break, because I think it'll be nice to have maths with my dinner tonight. So I will be sitting here reading more of A Feather So Black. You kind of get launched into the actual plot of this book very early on, which I quite like. I think it would have the potential to drag on if it didn't do this, because it's a fantasy and also exploring romantic connections as well. I don't know like if this is actually going to be romantasy or anything like that, but I will let you know if it's spicy. Yeah, I'm too early into this really to have many thoughts, but I can say that I really enjoy the writing style. The writing style fits very well with the kind of story that's being told. I don't know if that makes sense, but like the writing style fits with the plot and just the general vibe of the story, and it's very intriguing. I have no idea what's going to happen or where this is going to go, and I cannot wait. I'm 40 pages in, lots of progress still to be made, but I am enjoying it so far. Hi guys, I have just filmed a video, and I would normally wrap up my vlogs at this point because it is a Saturday and I don't tend to vlog weekends anymore, but I will be vlogging today because I have been a terrible vlogger this week and just a terrible reader as well, to be honest. I can assure you that if I was reading, I was vlogging. Any days that were missed were because I didn't read a single page. I have had a little bit of an anxiety flare up, I guess you could say. It's been the worst one I've had in a while, so that is why I have been so terrible at this week. But I am, I am making progress in A Feather So Black, and I am really enjoying it. I have reached the part now where they have like crossed over into this Fae realm, and they are looking to find the princess that they are trying to rescue. I really do not like the childhood best friend that she still has feelings for in some way. I think he is slimy, and I'm not a fan of him, so I'm looking forward to an alternative love interest coming in. And I think where I left off, the chapter that I ended on had a bit of a cliffhanger where she was like, and I turned around to the face of someone who was ready to kill me. I bet that is the new love interest, and I'm very looking forward to sitting down and meeting him literally right after I film this clip. We have Giles in the background, already done the filming that I needed to do this morning. I am feeling motivated and ready to go, and now let's go read. So I am 350 pages into this book-ish, and I've just got to part 3. This book feels very long. Not even in just the fact that I've read like 350 pages and I still have a pretty big chunk to go, but like there's so much character development and so much plot development, so much happens. I've essentially like been following these characters for a year at this point. Like it follows a long period of time, and this book, it feels incredibly long, but I have to say that I don't actually think this is a criticism, and I think it's really nice. I feel like I know these characters so well. I feel like I know this world and this magic system so well, and it's so nice to just feel like I've been lost in this world and so entrenched in this story, and it feels like I've been in it for so long. It's giving me that same feeling as when you find like a long fantasy series and you can just binge read them and be in that world for a while. That's like how this one book is making me feel. So I definitely think, as a warning, you should probably go into it when you are prepared for a fantasy that feels quite heavy. Like understand why this is described as a romantic fantasy and not a romantasy, because it's heavy on the fantasy. It is heavy on the world building and the plot and the character development, but there are multiple romances throughout the story, and because it takes place over such a long period of time, we actually see multiple romances, and I am having an amazing time. It's been a long time since I have felt like I have known characters as well as I feel like I know these characters, and I still know that I don't like the childhood best friend, but I understand him a lot more now, and I don't know who to trust. Like 350 pages in, and I still have no idea. I still have no idea where the story's gonna go or who to trust, or yeah, I'm still confused. I'm still just as confused as I was 350 pages ago, but in a good way. Like, I'm supposed to be confused, not in a the book isn't doing its job kind of confused. And yeah, if you want like lyrical writing, a lyrical kind of story that is very in-depth, has a lot of well thought out, well developed characters, well thought out magic system, so much like politics and intrigue for two separate worlds, then like this is that. Like, if you just want like a big book to really lose yourself in, then this is a truly excellent choice, because it sucks you in so well, and it kind of feels longer than it is, but in a good way. And yeah, I think it's going to feel like I've been reading this book for weeks by the time I get to the end, just because so much has happened and I feel like I know these characters so well. Like, I've been reading multiple books about them, and I haven't. I've just been reading less than one at this point. But I'm having such a fun time. I feel so like the escapism is real for this book. That's like the word I'm looking for. The escapism is excellent. And yeah, I'm having a good time. Have no idea what I'm going to rate this though. It doesn't feel like a 5-star. I'm not really sure where it lands, and I'm very confused. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to reading this for a little bit longer, and then I might stop for the day, because I've read the majority of this book today. So that's a lot of reading. But yeah, really enjoying this. Wasn't what I expected. Wasn't like easy breezy romantasy. This is very much a fantasy. It's just a very good one, and has been able to really keep my attention and keep me intrigued in a way that a lot of like big fat fantasies can't always do. So yeah, props to Lyra Celine. She has a new fan in me. I cannot wait to see how this book ends, because I have no idea where it's going. I have no idea who to trust. I'm so confused. So I haven't managed to finish A Feather So Black. I still have maybe 100 pages left or so, but my, there are twists on twists on twists in this book. I still have no idea who I can trust or what's actually gonna happen in this series. I think I have an idea of who like the big bad villain is. It's just impossible to know. So yeah, I'm having a great time. I really recommend this book to anyone who is interested. And to be honest, I think I'm gonna end this vlog right about here. I don't normally end it like sitting on my sofa in vlog fashion, but there's a first time of everything. I don't feel like this week has really been my week in terms of reading. I've enjoyed both of the books that I've read, like Done and Dusted and A Feather So Black. I was really in the mood for this book, and I'm so happy that I picked it up when I was in the mood for it. But I have to say that this is quite a slow read. It follows such a long time period and is so in-depth that I don't think it, like, I am quite a fast reader. Yes, it has not been my week, but I think even if it had been my week, it would have taken me multiple days to get through this book, because it's quite heavy, and I think that heaviness is what's making it so enjoyable and a good book, and the fact that I'm actually taking my time with it is making it so fun. Between like anxiety flare-ups and just not really being in the mood and like just general tiredness and like feelings, I don't think it's been my best week of reading yet, but I really enjoyed Done and Dusted. I thought Done and Dusted was a really fun book. I'm really enjoying A Feather So Black, so I don't think I can complain that much. I still, you know, like the quality of the books was good, even if my pace has not been on it. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, or you want to see more vlogs from me, then do please feel free to hit that big red subscribe button and stay tuned for videos every Wednesday and every Sunday. Also do feel free to check me out on Bookstagram at Page and Chapter for more of what I'm reading and how I'm reviewing it. And let me know if you've read either of these books or what you think of them or what books you think I should read next. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, you're enjoying everything you are reading, and there are no reading slumps in your future, and I will see you for my next video. Bye guys.